In the middle of the desert, about 15 miles northwest of the Doña Ana County Airport, lies a unique geological feature with recent history. It's estimated that about 1 million to 200,000 years ago, an explosion occurred, creating what we call Kilbourne's Hole. ABC 7's Katie Frazier has extra depth.
First, let's start with a quick review of plate tectonics. Oceanic plates are more dense than continental plates and therefore sink under the continental plates. Normally, oceanic plates sink at a dramatic rate, but the Pacific plate in this scenario sunk at a more moderate rate.
This one actually started going much more shallow than the typical ones, and so it went through California, all through Nevada, New Mexico, and into Texas. By the time it got to here in El Paso region, the Rio Grande Rift, it started to reach that point where it was hot enough to melt.
Rifts can create volcanoes, gas and oil fields, or hot springs, but in this case, it created a rare type of volcano.
Kilbourne's Hole is especially unique because there's not a lot of sites in the world where you have this. Some of the magma started seeping upward, and you have superheated magma that touched an underwater aquifer, cold water. And when that happened, the contact exploded and it left a giant crater, which a lot of people used to think was like a meteor impact, but actually it's a Mar volcano.
We flew in a helicopter to see the National Monument from above.
You will see a solid rim of where the explosion happened, and then you'll get successive layers of downfall of material, sedimentary material from the explosion. You get beautiful layering that you can see over and over, which may indicate several different volcanic activities that have occurred. And along with that, you'll see volcanic bombs where large chunks of rock has flown up in the air and landed on top of these successive horizontal layers and have created sagging points.
Kilbourne's Hole is one of the few places in the world where you can see parts of the crust.
Xenoliths from the old crust and also xenoliths from the mantle. And that's especially amazing because at the surface of the earth here, where Kilbourne's Hole is, you get to see stuff that normally would never be visible at the surface, even through mining or drilling holes. You get these beautiful green and black crystals called olivine. The high quality version of that's called peridite. It's the birthstone for August.
The site has even been used for NASA astronaut training.
In the late 60s and early 70s with the Apollo missions, it's a planetary analogous site where they would bring in astronauts to do training for missions, potential missions to Mars and the Moon, because the surface and environment there would be as close as you can get in the world here. They currently still do that even today.
You can visit the National Monument too. Just search for Kilbourne's Hole on your GPS map and it'll lead you to the feature. Katie Frazier, ABC 7.